All right, let's talk San Francisco 49ers. They lose in a heartbreaker. You can't help but, unless you're a 49ers hater, you can't help but just feel gutted for everyone who lost. I mean, what a devastating loss that was, as they were so close a few years ago, so close again. But let's talk about where do they go from here? Because, okay, listen, at the end of the day, it's a terrible thing, not terrible thing to happen, but a very disappointing thing that happened, losing a Super Bowl. But can they get back? How close are they to getting back? Well, let's get into it. So this is their cap space and current cash that they have. So you have negative 3 million in cap space and just 23 million dollars in projected cash. Now again, projected cash is always a difficult thing, the difficult game to play. I've seen it happen where teams have spent 50 million over what you expect their projected cash to be. But if they were to spend as much money as the salary cap is, 23 million is what they would have. So they probably have a little bit more than that. The average team spends around 10 to 15 million more, but again, it's just a projection. So, okay, they don't have a ton of money here, but again, how many free agents do you have? You look at the list and, no one that would be devastating. So, what you see is each player and then also how much money they're projected to get per season using either sports track data or PFF data. The Chase Young one is, 15 million for Chase Young. At first, that seems incredibly high, but when you think about it, I actually think I could see that happening. I really do, or at least something like that happening. Because again, teams love to overpay for guys who were, hot prospects coming out of the draft. That's just the reality of the situation. That happens. On top of it, well, I don't think I can see Chase Young getting this for like 5 years. I'm assuming he's going to get a 1 year deal, right? Because he didn't have his best season, so I am assuming he's going to try and sign in a good situation, like I could see San Francisco. Maybe they do a 1 year, $15 million deal. So I think this is surprising for a lot of people. I actually could see something of this caliber. He's going to get 10 million. I don't know. If I'm the Niners, I wouldn't be against it. I did think he had a good run with them, and especially a good Super Bowl with them. I think he made a lot of money tonight, despite the fact that he didn't get a ring out of it. Sam Darnold, which, like, again, I always bring it up. You don't need to keep someone like Sam Darnold, but if you, and really everyone else, you don't need to keep these guys. But if you are going to let them walk, you're going to have to replace them, right? John Feliciano, Jawan Kinlaw, Jawan Jennings, I think they would really like to keep. But again, does Jawan Jennings, coming off of this big Super Bowl, does he say, hey, I'm going to just chase whoever's paying me the most money? If some team wants to bring in a championship pedigree, I don't know, like if Chicago's saying, hey, we're going to give him 10 million a year, you kind of got to take that money. I could see a team overpaying him, which would stink because he is a good role player for them. Oren Burks and Tashawn Gibson, also guys who, again, you can live without, but you do have to replace if you decide to live without them. So it is also worth noting the 49ers, they have draft picks again. They finally have draft capital for the first time in a while. They have a first round pick. They actually have 10 picks. So they can replace a lot of guys. So that's the advantage they have. Do I think they should be just as good? Again, looking at the full thing, negative 3 million in cap space, but 23 million in cash. $41 million was how much it would cost to sign everyone, and they could legitimately do it. I wouldn't be shocked if the owner says, "Yeah, we made a Super Bowl. We made a little extra money. We can spend over the salary cap," which usually is the biggest indicator of how much money teams spend. Is more so how much the owner is willing to sign, as opposed to the cap itself, which, as we all know, the salary cap can easily be finagled. But as a whole, for the San Francisco 49ers, I think they should be just as good. I mean, the one thing you have to look at is for Brock Purdy, he has 2 years of you're not paying him. And if I'm the 49ers, I'm viewing it as we have a 2 year window to win a Super Bowl. Not to say you give up after that, obviously, but like you should view it as this is our chance to win a Super Bowl. And, if it's me, that's how I'm viewing it. But yeah, those are my thoughts on all of that. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.